Hey y'all, really quickly, spread the word, send this everyone you know. To our 6 faithful, old faithful subscribers. Make your family subscribe. Just turn off notifications. We're trying to change platforms to YouTube Live. We want to do it live because we're a little bit over the fakeness of AI. And we want you guys to see us fail in real time and, just face plant like we normally do. It's cool. We have a barrier to entry though, and that is 50 subscribers on our YouTube channel. We're at 35. Send, share, just click. Link will be in show notes. Thank you kindly.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am so tired too.
Yeah,
Are you?
it was a short night. I don't know if that's the right word, but I got very little actual sleep.
I
Very
know.
little.
My night went by so fast. I think it only lasted like 5.5 hours. But of those 5.5 hours, I think I was only asleep for like 3.
Yeah, I just the last couple nights I haven't been sleeping. Well, like I go to bed, like Randy and I laid in bed last night and talked for like an hour. And then after we were talking, I literally could not stop thinking. Like, when you can't shut your brain off and
All
it
the
just goes
time.
and goes. That's happened twice the last 2 nights. And then I've had like freakishly weird dreams.
Are you on drugs?
No, I wish. Maybe I need to like maybe take an edible before I go to bed or something. But then I feel like crap in the morning, dry mouth and all that. So, I'm just tired.
Yeah.
Because yeah, when I feel like they say when you dream, you're getting like your best sleep, but when I dream, I feel like I wake up and I didn't sleep because I've been like fighting battles all night.
Yeah. You're like, I'm exhausted from running from
Yes,
people.
I'm exhausted from like running from people and like using my brain all night. Anyway, but
You know what they need to do? They need to do like retreats, like spa retreats, but like for sleep deprivation.
they probably have one,
They
honestly.
probably do.
I'm like, I would not be surprised. I would be like,
Come
oh,
to
this
camp
is
and sleep with
yeah,
us.
let's go somewhere and sleep for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or they have like relaxing music
I
or
was
like
gonna say, just
sounds.
put me under anesthesia or something.
Yeah. An IV of like sleepy time medicine where you
Just
can
knock me the fuck
get
out.
really good rest. Oh man.
Well,
Yeah, this week has been already a shit show and it's going to get even worse.
who are you?
I am Liz.
I'm Rachel,
Yeah.
and this is our podcast.
Yep. It is our podcast. Week 4.
Week 4.
Yeah. Yep. What has your week been like?
You know, it wasn't as like there wasn't as many shocking things that happened this week so far. Last week,
I was gonna say, what about the night that you called me because you were so mad and you were crying?
I was so mad. I was crying. I was so
Yes,
mad.
I hate that.
It's like I could have come through the phone for 4.5 hours and killed someone. If I had a gun, I would not have trusted myself.
Good thing you dumped it.
Oh my God. Well,
What happened?
so in February of this year I had to move uh both my uh residence and my business, and I moved to this really fantastic, it's tiny little ADU, but it's very close to the beach, and it's absolutely just kitschy and perfect for me. I absolutely adore it. um but it is attached to a larger unit. So it's an ADU, accessory dwelling unit. And the next unit, which is, it's actually a farmhouse. It was built in like, I want to say like 1904 or 1905, which is why it's kind of really fun for me, because I just love old stuff, and everything is not cookie cutter, and it's perfect for my aesthetic. The unit next to me is connected, and what I think I'm in is what
What do
used
you mean connected? Is it like just like a
So
garage type thing?
sort of, it is like a massive A-frame, the whole
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
And I believe that I am in what used to be a closed-in porch,
Ah,
but it's not connected all on one wall. Like there's only the back bathroom, my bathroom, that is connected to theirs. Like,
gotcha.
and I think our kitchens are butt to butt. Like that's
Okay.
where we actually join. But then I have a huge patio. Anyway, so when I moved in here in February, there was a crazy gal and her high school age son that lived in that's a 3-bedroom 2-bath over there. And I don't know, that was a whole different, that's a whole nother long rabbit trail story, but she apparently didn't pay rent for like a year and a half, and he had to like evict her. Like it was a disaster. She left it and it was a shit show over there. Like literally he had to like he had to have like those big huge trash trailers come in and haul
Yeah.
her stuff out. There was dog shit all over her whole yard. It was just covered in dog shit. It was just so gross. Then she just left.
Ew.
Oh, it was gnarly. So he spent, that was like into March. And then he spent like a few months, like literally getting it back up to snuff, and it's actually gorgeous too. I considered for a second renting it instead. But
But you didn't have an extra 10 grand a month?
well, no, this was when Sarah was considering moving.
Oh, okay. Okay,
And
gotcha.
and we were looking at it. I was like, the unit's open next door, and Gary is like the landlord here. He loves me. He was like, "Oh yeah, well, let me know if you want it, because he's like, I'll have no problem doing that." So anyway, I was like, nope, just I'm not gonna consider it anymore. So anyway, he's been working really hard, and kindly so, to find someone who like jives with me, because he also doesn't want to get burned again, from a tenant he has to evict. So anyway, he gets this couple from the Bay Area. I don't know, she's a doctor, he's in like tech. I don't know if they're married or not, but it's a
Anyway,
male and female couple. I meet him on Memorial Day. I took him over a bottle of wine.
Memorial Day or Labor Day?
Sorry, Labor Day, Monday, Labor Day. And they were doing a barbecue. I met like the family and stuff. I take him over a bottle of wine, and I had my phone number on there. And then I also gave them my Wi-Fi network name and password for my internet, because they had just moved in. And right, I figured they wouldn't have internet. So they were like super grateful and everything. And then he texted me and asked me a couple questions later in the week. Friday, so that was past Monday. Friday morning, last Friday, I went to work early. I started leaving work to come back home for lunch, and I get this long, when you get a really long text message, you're like, fuck, right?
You're like, oh God, what's going on?
Someone's in trouble,
Yeah.
And it said, we're so sorry. We tried hooking up our internet, and somehow the guy on the other line canceled your account. And so now we don't have internet and you don't have internet. And I was like, huh? How is that even possible? Every fucking time I call, to get anything from AT&T, they ask you for like your passcode, the phone number associated with your account, all of these security questions.
You have to give them 50 pieces of information before they even talk to you.
They need like a urine sample. It's insane. So I'm like, how? How the hell? So over the course of the weekend, and I thought, well, okay, I'll just go home. I mean, it was on in the morning when I left the house. So I was like, I'll
Yeah.
just go home. And I had a virtual client that afternoon too. I said, I'll go home and I'll just call him up and say, hey, mistake, you shouldn't have canceled, flip the switch, turn it back on. No, 6.5 hours total I spent on the phone with them. Nobody, I mean, I broke the system. We literally broke the system. So the sales guy that tried to hook up their internet assumed and didn't ask me anything, and obviously broke security protocol by doing this. Just totally canceled my account like it was never there. I mean, there's not even history on my app account. It looks like I've never had AT&T Wi-Fi wireless. I was just fucking belligerent for 4 hours on Friday, and I was so mad. By the time I called you, I was just like, I'm gonna fucking kill someone. I had to go for a drive. And I was mad at them too, because I'm like, who fucking does that?
Who?
Who fucking does that? The
Like,
neighbor.
you were mad at your neighbors?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I mean, I get it that it was a mistake and that AT&T fucked up too.
Yeah, but you shared your Wi-Fi and password, so they had plenty of Wi-Fi. That's the thing. It was like,
Absolutely. And it was unfucking necessary.
Yes. Like, they just wanted to have their own account. It's just, I mean, I guess maybe for security purposes, if he's a tech guy, maybe he thought, I don't know, but it's crazy.
Well, after that debacle,
Yes.
I finally got it back up, and I'm not kidding. I had to wait for 2-3 hours on Monday for a tech to come install.
Yes.
And I'm like,
meanwhile, you lost money because you couldn't do your virtual clients,
Yep.
all of those things.
I had to reschedule my Monday. I'm just like, none of this was necessary.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
AT&T is apologetic. Oh, we'll give you $5 off your account. I'm like,
$5.
I'm like, I want 6.5 hours of my life back and sanity, please.
I swear I've had phone conversations like that too. Sometimes it's so frustrating because they can't fix your problem and they can't get you to the person who can fix it. And so you just are on this mindless.
It's a never-ending cycle of bullshit. Yes.
Yes. Or they read you scripted responses and you're like, that doesn't work. So that's annoying. Oh, my Monday was pretty nuts as well. After I'm having surgery at the end of the month. And so I've been trying to work a lot over the next couple weeks because I'm going to be out of work for 2-ish weeks, maybe 3. And so anyway, I'm trying to get a lot of stuff in. So we had I worked all day, and then we had the food truck on Monday night. Well, all day Monday, it poured rain. I mean, buckets of rain, cold rain, which is amazing because it's been so hot here. We were so happy to have rain. Well, we go out in the food truck and set up, and we're serving food to people, and the air conditioner is off. Yeah, the air conditioner's off, and all of a sudden, this stream of water starts coming out of the air conditioning unit, which doesn't affect any food. It's just I stand behind the griddle and cook usually, and so the water is running down my back, freezing cold rain. And I'm like, okay, I can handle this, I'm like, this will be fine.
It's just water.
It's just water, and also you get hot doing it. So I'm like, just cool me off as we're going. Well, about 20 minutes later, the rain starts coming out of another surface, which is beside the griddle. And so I'm like, oh my God, what the crap?
Hey,
So
it's
I
like one of
tell
those.
Morgan,
It's
huh?
like one of those fancy showers that has like multiple faucets pointed at you.
Yes. I'm like, oh my God. So I literally, we got towels and I shoved them up inside the hood because it was coming out the side of the hood, and our hood is actually wider than the griddle. So at this point, it isn't affecting the
You got
griddle.
a
We
you
had to
got a
move.
wide hood.
It's a wide hood. So then we had to move all of the food to another area because I was like, I don't want rainwater coming on the food. So we continued to serve for about 30 more minutes, replacing the towels about every 15 minutes because they would get soaked and start dripping again. When all of a sudden it just like starts coming onto the griddle, and I'm like, shit, we're done. I was like, we cannot, we cannot serve food and do this. Meanwhile, we had cooked like, enough food for Monday night, which we ended up having to throw away so much stuff, which sucks
Yeah.
because, that's of course a loss, and we do everything fresh for each thing. So I was just like so annoyed. So basically, I mean, and we were busy for the hour we were able to serve, but then after that, we were like, okay, we've got to go. So I just posted on Instagram, like, leaky food trailer. Sorry, we had to close early.
Yeah.
The guy that runs it messaged me yesterday and he goes, I saw you left early on Monday. He's like, is it not busy? And I said, oh no. I said it was busy. It was just, we had a leaky trailer.
Yeah.
So yesterday, Randy got on the roof and like checked all the roof, and actually there was a couple of cracks, and so he fixed those. And so hopefully we don't have that problem again, but we haven't been in the situation where we've served in rain before, and so clearly we had some issues
Not
that we were
rainproof.
unaware of and
Yeah.
found out while serving.
Yeah. Fuck
So
around and
that
find out.
sucked. Yep.
Do you
sucked.
guys have do you guys have a, I don't know, well, here in San Diego they have, it's called Feeding San Diego, and basically if you join the program, like you're a restaurant, and if you have food left over or a grocery store that has day old stuff, you donate it and they come pick it up, and then they distribute it to homeless or low income. Do they have that in
So
Oklahoma?
no, and actually I've called a few places when we first started because I thought, well, I don't want to throw food away, right?
Yeah.
And so the problem is it's not prepackaged, and it's like 20 pounds of brisket, or 17 pounds of rice, it's things like that, and they won't take it.
Even in a food pantry?
No, there's nobody that will. In fact, one night we were on the Strip, which here it's called the Strip, but basically it's like 4 blocks of
the college kids
bars
hang out
side to side, side by side. It's mostly bars. There's some other businesses in there, but food places, things like that, but mostly bars. So they call it the Strip. And there is quite a few homeless people that hang around there at night. And we tried even giving them some burritos, and they didn't want them. So I'm like, okay, what do we do here? And I mean, there's cabinets where you can put like canned goods and stuff like that around town, but there's nothing. Yeah, there's no place who will take them. There's food banks and stuff here, but even there's a crisis center, and I've called all of them and none of them will take the food. So I'm like, lovely. So basically it's wasted. Sometimes we'll make like more roommate 2 will make her significant other some like burritos for lunch with the leftovers or something like that. But anyway, we
well, and all your I'm just assuming all your freezer space at home is like taken up with uncooked.
Yes.
Yeah. So
we have a deep freezer that we store all of our briskets and stuff that we get from the big store.
Hey, what happens when you overfill that fucker?
When you overfill it? We don't overfill it.
Yeah, you do. Remember when you called me and you're like, we bought so much brisket and we shoved it in.
Oh yeah, so we used to not separate our briskets. We just stack them on top of each other. And one time we had to, we were at the bottom. We got to the bottom.
I think you sent me a photo.
And they were stuck to the freezer. And I mean, we got like screwdrivers, spatula, everything you can imagine trying to pry these briskets. Now these are like, 20-pound plus briskets, trying to pry them off of the freezer. We ended up tipping the freezer over, which was unsuccessful. And then we ended up having to like let it defrost. We had to completely unplug the
Completely.
freezer
Yeah.
and just watch until as soon as it did, and then we had to cook the meat because I was like, oh my gosh, this is insane. So yeah, it took like 2.5 hours to defrost the
Ugh,
freezer.
that
So
is
yeah,
crazy.
everything we do with the food truck, we learn the hard way for sure.
Oh yeah.
So it is what it is. But we're plugging along. So
Part of the reason why I haven't been sleeping too is mosquitoes.
well, you are
And
just attracted. Mosquitoes are just attracted to you. I've never met anyone in my life that gets more mosquito bites than you. Like
well,
you
and
literally look like a feasting zone for mosquitoes. It's like
I
your
must
leg.
I must have like high nutrient blood. Like I must be one of those golden blood people or something,
Yeah.
because I have such a histamine response. Like they just balloon,
Yeah, they
it's
do.
not even like it looks like a massive spider bite every single bite, and they itch for fucking days.
Are you using Chigorex?
I am right now, but it only works for the moment and then it
Yeah.
goes away.
No, it does. It works for a few minutes. At least it gets rid of the immediate itch and stuff.
So I'm trying something new and we'll see how it goes. I need to make sure I get in our announcements at the end of this, but I did some research and I'm not kidding. I didn't just Google it. I actually read a scientific article that did an actual study to see whether mosquitoes, like in a lab, whether right on a repellent, if they would put a hand in there and check, okay, if the mosquitoes actually flew away from the hand that had the repellent on it, or not, and they kept track of all that shit. So that, and then they did a couple different sprays. They did a couple different gadgets, like they had like a bug light, or those electric ones that say that they pulse out or whatever. And they were like, none of that shit works. They were like, we tried it all. And I was
believe that the mosquito repellent doesn't work. So I have used every
too.
kind.
Absolutely.
And I get more eaten alive with mosquito spray on me than without it.
Well, besides DEET, which we know works, but it kills everything else, right?
Right.
Two things they said work, and the first one was lemon eucalyptus.
Okay.
So there is a brand called that, but you can also make your own, right?
Yeah.
You could and then the other one is clove oil. And
what about Irish Spring soap?
They did not
work. Did they do it? Did they
test that? They did not test that.
It works.
The other one is clove oil, and when they did their statistics, right, and their chart afterwards, clove oil was like off the charts. So I'm gonna make my own spray and see how that goes, because I paid like what, $10 for the
clove oil.
Yeah, clove oil, and I'll just mix it with some base, and then keep it in a spray bottle, and
you should try it. Let me know how that goes. We use Irish Spring soap. I saw it on a TikTok and it actually works. But we grate it with like a cheese grater and just put it all over our patio, and it does definitely repel the mosquitoes. They don't come onto the patio.
Mm,
Like I don't notice them at all. So there's got to be something in it. I mean, it has a really strong scent.
it does.
Smells really clean outside when it rains.
Our porch is clean.
Our porch is very clean. It's soapy. I mean, there's like suds going everywhere. It's kind of funny, but it actually works pretty good. So anyway, the clove oil is interesting. I have two girls that I work with that sell oils, and I'll
Mhm.
have to ask them about if they have clove oil. Because that would be a good one.
I know. And I was like, well, it doesn't stink.
Right.
Neither one of those things do. And I'm like, I don't
Right.
mind that. And also it's not a chemical. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
just,
for sure.
soap and,
Yeah.
a spice. I'm like, okay. We'll see. I have
Yep.
no idea.
Keep us updated. Keep us updated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if y'all have heard the beginning of our podcast, Rachel's
Podcast.
lovely little rap type thing.
Oh, we need to do that. Yeah, we're doing
Yes,
this out.
that's what I'm doing.
Okay,
Yeah.
go.
So basically, we need some music.
We decided it's
we wanna
so
know
bad,
out
it's
there
good.
who listens to our podcast that
Or
knows someone,
yeah,
or is someone who could make us some music to fade in and fade out with, so we don't have to listen to Rachel's voice
I
with the
told
rap.
my
It's good.
it's so
but
bad, it's good.
It's so bad. It's good.
It's
I
so
laugh
bad.
every time I listen to the replay because it's so funny. But we
Well,
want some
I
kind of
know
music.
I know it's bad, and you know it's bad. Like we all know it's bad, but that's why it's good,
Right.
right? I mean, I'm not trying to be good. Yes. Well,
No.
and I have a ton of musicians. Those
You have a ton of musicians?
that friends. Yeah,
Okay.
I do. Friends. And I was gonna, once we do this shout out, I'm gonna tag them and tell them to fast forward to, this little shout out here. So hey all, musician folk, come and play for us.
We need a jingle or something
yeah.
at the beginning of this podcast.
And we need like outro music too, like just
yes,
just not like I don't even know what I did. Something better than my really poor sort of attempt at beatbox stuff. I don't know. Okay. I don't even know what I was doing. I was like half humming, half like, I don't know. Yes, we need musicians, and I think that we're happy to pay a little, like a little commission fee if someone wants it. Also, you just want promotion, we can throw that out there. I know we can use Creative Commons stuff. Some of the people will let us use it, right? Or a portion of stuff for free. But it would be nice to promote someone we know. Roommate number 1 is going to be doing our artwork, which is going to be kind of cool. And I told her, I was like, well, she was so cute when I was talking to her. She's like, this is like my first commission. And I was like, you bet your ass it is. So
she's so good too at art. She has a definite style.
Yeah.
But she's working on stuff or she's working on that, and I think she's almost done. I talked to her yesterday, and she said she was getting closer to being done. So, that's exciting because then we'll have some artwork on our podcast, like
our podcast,
our cover photo instead of just us jumping.
Yeah.
On the beach, which is great. And eventually we'll tell you the story of that photo because it's pretty good.
Yes.
I don't know what the right word is. It was one of the hardest times in my entire life during that thing, but we'll tell you about that at one point. Anyway, still shopping for book, people, agents.
Yes.
If you know anyone, let us know.
Well,
Hey, how do they let us know though? That's the thing.
well, we don't have a website.
We're working on a website. So,
We have one.
huh?
We have one.
Oh, we do? Tell us what it is.
Well, that assumes that I know what it is.
Yeah, we just had to upgrade our podcast to the unfree version because we talk a lot. So basically it includes a website which we need to share. Rachel's currently searching for the website. But you can always send email.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're new at this, guys. If you
Yeah, we
can't
are.
tell.
So
Although,
no.
I'm actually okay with us being new at it and kind of figuring it out. It's Sisters Declassified Life Survival Guide.buzzsprout.com, which is really too long.
Yeah.
However, if
That's where you reach us for now.
yeah, but I was gonna say I do believe it will now populate on our virtual clips that we do. So
Okay.
on the post that we post this on our either on all the platforms, and then when we post it on social media too, it should have the link in there.
Okay.
So
let's hope. Fingers
yeah,
crossed.
I think it does.
If not, and you know us, text us, whatever.
Yeah, it's fairly intuitive on, which is kind of nice. I will shout out for well, you know what, I'm not going to do that yet for these guys until we work with it for a little while more. But so far our hosting site has been pretty good, and if it continues, then I'll plug it after they pay me. Also, let's see. Oh, we did the shout out for music.
Yep.
And then you know what we have new this week for our podcast is our outro reel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we
and
did.
I know, and I was like, oh, I need to do the like, ooh, read us out. You know how they do that, right? On big commercial podcasts. And then I was like, video and audio, Rachel. Sound design, Rachel. Hosting by Rachel. Editing by Rachel. So, do you know what I mean? Like, okay, there's really no need to read us out. Thanks for listening, guys. You know,
right?
all the credit. And then yeah. But once we get our custom artwork from roommate number 1, which is cool. I was trying to describe her style to someone, and I said it's like Dr. Seuss on acid.
That's good. I think some of it is very dark.
I like dark.
I know, but I mean it's colorful, but it's dark.
Yes.
If that makes any sense.
That's what I'm saying though. It's Dr. Seuss on acid, because it's like it's super trippy, but it is very dark, but it's also super colorful.
Yep.
So you're kind of, let's see. If Lisa Frank was goth. Yes?
Maybe that could be a good one. That could be a good one.
I know. Well, I don't want to, she does definitely have a style though, right?
Yeah.
But if you're trying to describe it comparatively to another art,
art form,
common
it's
art.
hard, but I mean, art is all relative to, it's all relative.
How long ago did I put that Chigarex on? We have audio proof of that now, because
like 7 minutes ago.
Okay, I'm itching now, so I'm going straight to the Vicks Vapor Rub.
Okay. Chigarex is something I discovered living in Oklahoma. Somebody suggested it to me after I had gotten eaten alive on Facebook, I believe. but it is literally a super great product. But it lasts, I mean, it gets rid of the itch immediately, but it doesn't last very long. But it is soothing in the moment.
But I feel
So
like that's everything. Like,
I don't think that's everything.
I could put nasal spray on it and it would soothe it for the moment.
I
You
don't
know?
think that's true. I do not think that's true. Oh boy. All right. Well, we
About
were
done?
just sharing our week with you this week. We didn't really want to tell, we didn't tell very many stories. I have one funny thing that we could that I could say because my husband and I were talking about it last night before we go. But there is a church in the town where he works. And he drove by about, I don't know, a couple months ago, and it said FWB church.
For swingers.
He was like, what the heck? And he goes, I had to have read that wrong, right? So he a couple weeks later, he was driving by again and he literally like took notice, and it is FWB. So Friends with Benefits Church.
Does he know what it actually stands for? And who makes these signs? Like,
I know, like
who
who
approves
did not
this?
think that meant Friends with Benefits? It actually means Free Will Baptist.
Oh my God.
So we had to look it up because we're like, oh my gosh, there's a church that's Friends with Benefits.
They are swingers. Guarantee. Do they have pineapple as their logo?
I know, right? I was like, oh my gosh, if they had pineapples outside, that would be super crazy.
That's great.
But I mean, it really, like, the things people come up with are funny.
There's so many of those on like Reels and I don't
Oh
do
yes,
TikTok, but
I
yeah.
see things that like people post and they're like, did they look at this, or did they have anybody like check it to see if it,
Like
you
Jesus
know,
is coming. CUMING. Like what? Like who? Like who does this?
proofread people and also look up your logos.
Yes.
Anyway, all right. Well,
All right.
we will see you next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
another
have a good
one more week until
weekend.
those. Yep.
Yep. Next week we'll have something more substantial, hopefully.
Maybe some promo
Then
codes.
dishing just our drama of the week. And you know, craziness. But
All right.
anyway, we'll
Hope
talk to you later.
I'll have to
Bye.
see you guys soon. Bye.
In 1998, I was the whistleblower in a massive pedophilia case involving the Independent Fundamental Baptist Church, Cornerstone Baptist Church in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I was the lead key witness in a case that took down an entire network of child abusers. Charles D. Miller was sent to prison, and this was prior to the statute of limitations law being lifted in Colorado. In fact, shortly thereafter it was lifted, and he would have gotten life in prison. My sister and I wrote a book about what it was like growing up in the cult. We're looking for publishers. We are going to self-publish, but we need your help. If you know of anyone, hit us up. Contact info is in the show notes. Thank you kindly.